Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Football. We're your hosts, Adam, Chris, Clayton, and Riley. Today we've got an interesting episode. What have you got for us, Riley?
So we got our new format of episodes throughout the summer. One week we're going to do NFL, one week we're going to do college football because I feel like we've been getting too far away from college football for a long time. So it's time that we move into it. But today we just kind of have a general college football episode. We can talk about the new rule changes, contenders, quarterback battles, anything else that we heard around the league. Carolina going from garnet to crimson. Ugh.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, we
I,
can talk about that.
I think that's the
Big time.
stupidest thing in my life because I swear to
It
God,
is.
Nike's excuse is like, oh, well, it's just in our color palette. You're fucking Nike. You can get whatever the fuck you want.
Right, exactly.
Like, what the fuck? But, I don't know. Adam, would you text me? I don't care if it's fucking shit brown as long as we win a championship. Yeah, like that'll
That's
ever fucking
literally
happen.
all I give a shit about. It could literally be orange, and I could give a fucking shit. And I hate orange.
Tennessee
I hate it.
orange.
It could be Tennessee orange,
Tennessee.
Clemson orange, Texas orange.
How
Like
about a
I said, it could
combination
be
of the
shit
three? How about
fucking.
a mixture like a camo?
It could be shit fucking brown, and all that damn it matters if we win that fucking national championship. That literally all I give a fuck about.
Well, that deal
And
helps
Nike,
y'all with NIL.
exactly,
So, I mean,
exactly,
y'all get like 5 million up front and then 70 million over time in apparel, so it's overall a better deal than y'all got under Under Armour. So,
exactly.
and then on top of that, it's a bigger recruiting pitch when you're a Nike school compared to an Under Armour school. You have that advantage too.
Mm-hmm.
And you might already be able to see it pay off a little bit because I mean, what y'all had that Carolina had the 5-star Joshua Dobson commit, and then the Xavion guy commit today. So, and then y'all had a linebacker a couple days ago. So,
Yep.
kind of on a heater for them.
Yeah, we're making some moves right now. Definitely slow to start 2027, but I mean, not all of these guys are going to stay committed. Um, uh, I feel confident that Joshua Dobson's going to stay just because of our history with defensive backs and producing in college, NFL. So I feel really confident with that, especially with Torian Gray as our DB coach because he gets studs and he keeps them. But a lot of these other guys from other schools, say some of those guys that committed to Michigan or some of those guys that committed to LSU, if both of those teams don't live up to their potential, they very well could just disappear off the face of the map and decommit, and we could flip them. So it all really just depends on just staying there, staying active, keeping along with them. But Shane Beamer's been on a heater, especially since we got Nike with Joshua Dobson. Like you said, that was a big time get, arguably the best defensive back in the class. He's number 10 nationally ranked.
Yeah, but now
And
that he's committed to Carolina, they're gonna drop his 5th star. They're gonna
that's exactly what
slap him
happened
down in
on
the rankings.
247. That's exactly what happened
That's
on
just how it
247. He's
works.
a fucking 4-star on there.
Oh, he didn't commit to a top tier team like Ohio State or Georgia. Yeah, he's cheeks.
Got to drop him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go to LSU, or he's a fucking 4-star now. But I I let that roll off my back because Nick Imawari was a 3-star. So stars really don't matter. I mean, he's 6'1", 185, perfect for an outside guy. Pretty sure he has a lot of length to him. But also, like you said earlier, we got Davion Jones, not Xavion.
Oh, it's
Davion
Davion. That's my
Jones.
bad.
Yeah. Got him today. And got Jackson Ross, that linebacker, local kid from Hammond. Um, don't know about him. I mean, he's an old style sort of. So apparently, he can play sideline to sideline. I don't know yet because I haven't seen him. That's what they said about Stone Blanton too, and that guy's a utter fucking bum. So we will see. I mean, 6'3", 215. He'll probably slim down probably a little bit, because we need our linebackers and our scheme to be very athletically inclined, but could also lay the boom. So,
Yeah.
but I trust the defense and Clayton White to get the guys that they need. So, but they're on a heater right now. So let's keep it going. Let's keep going after these big time guys. I know there's an offensive tackle
You'll
that
get Nate
us.
Carson. I don't have a doubt in my
Yeah,
mind that you'll land Nate Carson.
yeah, because I know y'all Clemson's also in the top four.
We're in it, but
For him.
we've been like we're in the top four, but I think we've been out of that for a while now. I think we're just there because he likes us as a school, but we're not like gonna swing momentum and grab him at the last second or anything.
Yeah, but you never know.
I think it's
You
between.
never know.
I think it's between like y'all. Didn't he have Georgia Tech up there? I think it's between y'all and Georgia Tech at the moment.
Oh shoot. I just saw the damn fucking post. Um, let me see. Let me see. Talk about something else right now. Talk about Clemson's class.
Clemson's class is shaping up to be pretty good. They just won a big recruiting battle against Georgia for Jordan Appreciation Bailey. He's a 6'2", 190-pound safety, but they're going to move him to boundary corner. So that's what they plan on because right now they're just trying to get Mike Reed's people into place for our DB coach who I mean, they got Bryant Robinson, they got Appreciation Bailey, they're looking to land Seth Williams, they have Jarrell Chandler. It's shaping up to be a solid DB class. Actually, overall, this as of right now, obviously nothing's said and done until they actually hit the field for the team. If Clemson can land their last two battles, they're done. They just got to sit and maintain the class. They don't need any more. They have a solid 27 commit class with every bit of piece they need that will be top 15 in the nation. I mean, they have all of a sudden decided to finally start throwing some money recruits' ways again. So it's nice. But again, like I said, I don't. It's hard to be excited about it because there's always a thought in the back of my head to like, what if this ends up like 2024 all over again and you sit with a top 10 class and all of a sudden it gets picked apart throughout the year and you end with like a top 20 barely. So it's just a state of recruiting now. You can't trust anything anymore until not even until they're enrolled, until they're actually on that field playing football for your team. You can't trust anything.
Yeah, that's a sad state of affairs for the current state of college football. Because you used to be able to trust that. You used to be able to keep people at their word and to actually have integrity to wherever you commit, not just make it some big old fancy special bullshit where you could pull a hat on committing day, be South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Florida, LSU, Ole Miss, but then change your fucking mind and go to fucking Texas Tech because they sent you this massive NIL deal. So,
Yeah.
um, it's kind of there has to. I mean, we've been calling it now for probably 2 or 3 years now for there to be some sort of litigation and some sort of control, cap limit, something, because it's just a wild, wild west. It's out for whoever
Well,
himself.
if you want to turn it into a business, you can't go half-assed. You got to go full business. And right now, they've just
No,
still stuck half-assed.
the
Right.
NFL clearly has the system down. The cap is a big thing, and it prevents a lot of teams from becoming better because they have to manage their cap. They have to manage their contracts and everything like that. And that's just damn near impossible to do at the college level, I know. But you got to at least put in some cap limits in this because there can't just be willy-nilly you can't give like we are teaching these high schoolers that are 16, 17, 18. These are y'all know how y'all were when y'all were fucking 16, 17, 18. You
I
had
didn't know
no
that.
idea. You had no idea what you wanted in your head for what you wanted for your future. You had no idea for what you wanted for yourself. And you eventually found that along the way. But when a 16, 17, 18-year-old that is now fully embraced in social media is on every single recruiting site, is getting all these big name calls, getting these $1 million deals, it's not good for them. It is not. It can't be because it's just rushing them to either bad situations, um, poor decision making and lack of integrity and trust in becoming a better person, not just chasing the money and actually going someplace you actually like, and not because they offer you $1 bill just for you to get into the transfer portal next offseason and then be left out to dry because there's God knows how many kids out there now that are stuck in the transfer portal for eternity because no team is wanting to sign them.
It's Colorado I was thinking of for Nate Carson. It's Colorado.
Yes. Well,
It's the
well,
same color
you
scheme. I just saw the
yeah,
color scheme and
exactly.
didn't look the
So
hardest
it's
at it.
Clemson,
Clemson,
Colorado,
Colorado,
Georgia,
Georgia.
and us.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly think it'll be South Carolina. I don't have a doubt in my mind it's going to be them. It's just the way he's trended all recruiting class, and it's just how it's going to be. He'll be a
Yeah.
solid get right out of Irmo, right out of Columbia, so not far.
Yeah, local kid. We have a tremendous track record with Irmo High School. Um, that's one of our feeder schools, you could say. It's easy to recruit because it's literally right down the damn road. It's a
Yeah,
15-20 minute drive right there.
exactly. And a lot of them grew up fans and everything else like that, so that helps. But
Exactly.
any of the other two? Any thoughts? Any comments?
You know what you're doing.
Say
I mean,
something.
you can say something about the
Pretty
current
much.
state of college football and
I mean,
why
Yeah,
it has no
here's
integrity.
my question. Okay, so the changes then? What would you have done?
You return the cap on transfers, so like you can get one transfer undergrad. That's it. You can't bounce around 90 different places. You can get one transfer post grad, so that would include your fifth year, past 4 years. That way, you're not like bouncing around and screwing up your degree and your future outside of football because 90% of them won't see their life outside of football. You got to put a cap on how much a team can spend on rosters in the offseason because you're going to just keep getting, it started as like $20 million roster to $30 million roster to 40, and the next year we'll probably see the first 50. So I mean, you got to put a cap on it, and you got to be able to hold teams accountable when they break rules too. Ole Miss, LSU, two biggest contenders right now for needing a spanking on the ass. But
I
yeah,
think they need a bit more than that, but
you just need accountability.
that's my
You need a
opinion.
cap, and you need the transfer rules back. Because it used to be if you transferred more than once in undergrad, you had to sit out a year and wait. So I mean, or they'd grant like waivers, like say you transferred to a school, but the coach that recruited you there quit or got fired, then you're free to transfer out again because the reason you're there is gone or something like that. But it's just you got to bring back that cap because without that cap, they're just treating it like a free agency and running amok of the sport. Fraud thoughts?
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's clear. It's clear as day. There has to be clearly a cap limit. Each year the cap grows in the NFL. So the same exact thing can happen in college football. Um but they like he said, there has to be a limit on the amount of times you can transfer because it will eliminate this utter sense of limbo for these kids that are rushing into situations, putting themselves with bad decision making, maybe family pressure or whatever. I mean that's always been going on. That's always been going on. Um, but it's even more increased now because of how much money is involved in it. Uh, so it's just there has to be cap limits. There has to be a transfer limit amount. Obviously, there's going to be extenuating circumstances regarding maybe family, regarding coach firing or hiring. Um, there has to
You
be
see
there
any
has to
changes happening though at any point?
hell no. There's no
no,
sort of
it's the
leadership in the
NCAA we're talking about.
NCAA.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the
It took them
NCAA's
years.
chronic issue is that they either, most cases, they don't do anything, or when they do finally decide to do something, it's after years and years and years of certain institutions that I'm not going to name specific ones, but years of specific institutions
abusing these, whatever you want to call them, whether it be loopholes, whether it just be gaps in the rule set. And then just after a while, all it takes is another team being like, hey, they're doing that and it's really mean. And then finally the NCAA maybe does something.
God, that investigation to Ole Miss has been going on 6 months now, and nothing. They still haven't said shit about it.
Right.
Not
That's
to,
the
6 or
thing.
7.
How long has Ole Miss been doing that though?
way before that, because they've been doing it since Kiffin was
Exactly.
there too. So
Yeah, they were doing that beforehand, and they've gotten in trouble. Ole Miss has notoriously been cheating ass fuckers. They've always been it. Either whether it was hiring hookers for recruits or letting them sleep with his daughter or handing out freaking buttloads of cash or DMing them on Instagram or whatever the fuck it is. Lane Kiffin is a sneaky, conniving cunt, but it's been going on at Ole Miss for years, and he's leading by example, having sex with fucking frat girls and shit. So that's also another thing that is a problem in college football is integrity by these coaches. There is no sort of sense. I think
release the
the
Kiffin
only people that
files.
the only people that I think that have some sort of integrity, you can probably count them on your hands. That's how many. Nick Saban's already gone. I mean, Nick Saban, you know, they were handing some cash under the table, but he still gave these guys chances in many different ways. Yeah, but other teams were throwing cash at each other. So I kind of, with Nick, I let that go because of what the state of college football was and is. Um,
Other
because
entertainment.
of yeah. But the thing is, what Nick Saban was not doing, Nick Saban was not buying hookers for his players. So, but Ole Miss was, and they finally got caught with it. But yeah,
It's been wild.
it's been going on for ages. Like with Tennessee handing out freaking buttloads of cash and Chick-fil-A bags and shit like that. And they got a slap on the fucking wrist. Yeah, Jeremy Pruitt got fired. Oh fucking well. They didn't lose bowl games. They maybe lost a couple
It's not
scholarships.
like Pruitt was
Ole
gonna
Miss
fucking do anything.
exactly. He was just a benefit of Kirby Smart. That's all he was, and that's typically how I think. What's his face in Oregon? Dan Lanning is the only one that I've seen that's actually shown production from being his assistant coach. Everybody else is probably a Nick Saban. Is from the Nick Saban tree. Like Kurt's from the Nick Saban tree. Kirby's from the Nick Saban tree. Clark Lay, or
Sarkeesian.
Lee, or however yeah, you got a number of coaches. So it's just it's sad for this current state of college football that this shit still fucking goes on. It's mainly part of the NCAA. The
Yeah.
NCAA has never had a backbone, no sort of consistency, nothing
There's a reason
whatsoever.
Saban
And
and
I
them are appealing to Congress with an act. It's because the NCAA
exactly.
won't do shit.
Yeah, it's so much different than the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, all these different sort of other professional sports, and now college football wants to act like they are professionals and they are a big time sport, which they are in all fairness, but they have no sort of leadership, direction, or jack shit. The president of the NCAA is a pussy. That is all he is.
Well, there you have it, Chris.
Well, a lot of money is going into it. That's probably why they're acting up in the first place. It's all money, right? Like,
Yeah.
I would
Yes,
imagine.
But the
and
thing
they
about
blow
it
They,
it is
is
Yes.
college is
Yeah.
more than just the fucking sport of football. They have a lot more to worry about than football. Like a college program could easily cut their football program and just say goodbye, and that would save them so much money every year. Because there are only the top 5% of athletic departments in the nation are even profitable.
yeah, but the ones that are profitable are really profitable, aren't they?
A little bit, teensy bit. Like that's the top 1%. I mean, take the university, UCLA for example. Uh, Prominent name out in LA. You think they'd be profitable? No, they're $55 million in debt and have to move to the Big Ten to pay at least half of that off and earn the rest of it off. They're not even profitable. Um, Gosh, I want to say there's only 26 athletic departments in the nation that are actually profitable.
I know Oregon's football program makes a profit of like just under 60 million.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they have Nike sucking their dick.
Okay, true, but also
Change
they're
Oregon
also
to
a
Crimson
good team.
also.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt they would. I would not doubt that they would give them some sort of fucking alternate
But
jersey where
my
they'll
only
have
thing,
crimson and shit.
my only thing about that Crimson change is if they're gonna do that, then they need to make black the entire focus of their uniform because we don't need another fucking Bama
Absolutely.
clone.
Well, I think that's what they're
I hope
they're
so.
doing. Because I mean that's the only thing that they've released so far is the black uniform, and that's plus Shane also has I know he said in the
Black
past that
uniform
he
for the
really likes
South. That first 3
garnet.
months are gonna murder your fucking players.
Hey, well, they are half of them already born and raised here.
I know.
They can suffer through it.
I will say Alabama's football program also makes a profit of about 65 million.
Oh well, yeah, Bama's
Ah.
does.
Well, that's
Still-
because
talking about
Bama has
Bama.
won for so long. Bama is
Okay, we're
historically
talking about fucking Bama here, so
Bama is historically the best college football program in
I'll put it this way:
college history.
for how bad Clemson was last year, they were the most profitable team in the ACC viewership wise, so they ended up earning the most in ACC viewership of $55 million. So,
I
and
know
it
South Carolina had
their total
very
net
profitable
profit
year
was
as well.
just under
and
6
for
million.
like a bad team or like how bad they were last year, that's amazing.
It's the same thing with South Carolina.
Do you
South
know
Carolina had
Miami
a
wasn't
very
even
profitable team.
Do you know Miami fell to third under Syracuse in fucking
I wouldn't doubt it
profitability?
because they play in a goddamn NFL stadium that's not even close
Yeah.
to the campus.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for UCLA, USC. They need to have some fucking balls and build themselves a damn stadium. Like
Oh.
I know UCLA probably
UCLA
can't
cannot
afford
afford
it,
it. Yeah,
but
UCLA's
USC probably can.
yes, they can. They definitely can. Those fuckers have so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it's like you look at these tiny teams that like Clemson holds an 80,000 person stadium and Carolina holds a 100,000 person stadium and it's like why
I don't
weren't
know,
you
not
able to build
100.
one before UCLA, you know? Like what the fuck?
Ours is more now, probably about
That's
79,
right.
78 now
Y'all
because
down
of
to those seats.
renovations,
Yeah, and renovations. All the
which was.
executive level suites.
But the thing is, we're getting even more seats because we're going to be. I'm pretty sure we're filling up the bowl
Yeah.
because we're going to put another TV on the other side, so everybody can see the damn TV instead of being in the student section where you got to damn near break your neck to see a fucking replay.
Yeah. I wonder if I wonder if I'll have a time this year to use my student tickets and go to a game. Maybe
You should. You should.
probably
Absolutely,
should.
you should.
I probably should because
But
it's my senior year, so
Yeah, you'll get priority.
I should get priority. But yeah,
yeah.
What's the worst case scenario? You don't get to go to a game.
yeah. I need to find a game later in the year when it's cooler. I just don't want to die in that heat.
But yeah, how about there's never going to be any more 6-year or 7-year players?
Yeah, that's nice.
Thank
Okay,
Getting
you,
rid of that is
God.
nice.
I have an opinion on this
All right, mute him.
because so the NCAA has a rule for because the NCAA goes over all college sports. It does have to have rules that are different between men's and women's sports. And for women's sports, it has there's a gosh, I don't know what the right word is.
Maternity.
But yeah, they have a maternity clause basically for women's sports, where essentially the player can take a year off from playing the sport and still have another year of eligibility
Yeah.
from that, basically. I feel like they should do something similar across all sports. Maybe not specifically maternity or paternity, but something like a medical exemption for 1 year of eligibility, and you get to have another one. Because if I break my ankle in like my first game of a season, that's a whole year of eligibility gone.
So Clayton, I will say I think that's why they settled on 5 years of eligibility because typically you used to only have four. It was four and you're
Right.
done. Or if you redshirted, you'd have another extra year. Or if you medically redshirted, you have another extra year. That fifth year is to compensate for a year you do have an injury. pretty much, except for that 5th year. So if you die in that 5th year, you're done. That's pretty much why they
Well,
did it.
yeah, if you die, you die.
Ah, shut up,
I was
Chris.
gonna say.
But yeah, that's what that 5th year is for. That 5th year is the extra year. That's the extra year they're
Ah,
giving you for medical reasons. It's just saying you don't get an extra medical year outside of that one. So say you miss 2 medical years, you
God.
don't get 2 extra years, you know.
Well, if I
Um,
have 2 medical years, don't draft me. Like I'm done. If I
yeah,
have 2 medical years, I'm retiring from the
if you have
sport.
2
I'm
season-ending
probably never playing
injuries, I
again.
don't know how draftable teams want to really
Yeah.
take you, honestly.
Well, if I
But
have, okay, look at if I'm a third year playing football, right, and I have like a season-ending injury, all right, whatever, I'll bounce back next season. If I get another season-ending injury that isn't the same one, I'm retiring from the sport.
yeah,
Permanent. I'm probably not, I might come back in some sort of like advisor or coaching role or anything and like try and go into that, but I'm probably never playing again
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel
just because I'm
like,
so injury prone at that point.
but I don't think you're thinking that. Like, I think if you're in that situation, you're like, I want to play football. Playing football is my dream. Like, this is my future. This is my path. I made it this far. You're gonna do everything in your power to play as much as you can.
Right, but that's valid. But if I'm there in the if I'm in the locker room and the coach tells me, "Hey, your shoulder is completely mangled. We can't put you on the field for the rest of the year until that's fully healed." Maybe. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
take that probably as a sign from some sort of higher power and be like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
this is
but
a sign
I don't.
I'm not meant to be playing. I'm meant to do something else.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that that's how
I don't think that's
most
how
of these kids
athletes
are gonna
see it.
feel in that
I think a
situation.
lot
You
more. I
know,
They're
think
like,
not.
athletes and kids
They've been
would rather be
they've been
like, okay,
playing
I take off and I get back, you know?
yeah,
they've been playing the game since they were 4 years old. That is not their
yeah,
mentality.
it's not an
They've
option.
they've been mentally trained their whole entire lives to be prepared for this moment.
Yep.
So they're not giving up.
No.
Why do you think guys sit on the practice squad for years in the NFL?
Yeah, they're
Not
just waiting
choose
for their
something else.
opportunity.
So
Whether or not they actually make something out of it, I'm not sure how far like they have to have that mindset really because it's such a cutthroat environment. You know, like how many college football players actually make it to the NFL to begin with, right? It's a small percentage of them.
Top 1%.
And then
Yep.
like even outside of that, how many like players get a scholarship, play for a college like team and then actually get to see play time? Like if you're there on the field, like I think maybe it's different for different people, but the majority of people are thinking like, what can I do to get back on the field as soon as possible? I need to play. Like
Yeah, especially
that's
if
their
you've worked
life,
your
you
butt
know?
off to get to the point where you are, you fought, you battled everything. You're only thinking about how can I come back and come back
Yeah.
better.
why do you think
Yeah.
Mike? If you had that, if Michael Penix had that mentality, he would not be playing for the Atlanta Falcons right now. He tore his ACL, I would say 2 times or 3 times.
Yeah.
Now it's 3 times.
Yep. I mean, look at Tua.
Yeah.
Tua's scrambling his brain and he still wants to play.
Yeah, I think it's just like these people are competitors, you know?
They
That's all they want
live
to
and
do.
breathe football. They've been thinking of this moment ever since they were little kids. It's their life. It's everything. So they're not just gonna give up. That's they're not gonna take the
Especially not when
you'll
they've made it so far
you'll
already.
see it you'll see it every now and again. Guys will take the medical will become medically ineligible and they'll be like, okay, that's it for me. But they'll have other pathways of finding success in said thing. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
become a graduate assistant, then go on to become a college coach. You know,
Yeah,
they're going to find the pathways to
coaching
stay
staff.
in this.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of like what Clayton was saying,
Yeah,
but
that is.
I just think
I
that
mean, shit.
I mentioned that. Yeah.
I'll give you an example. A Clemson defensive tackle, Heaven Brown Schuler, got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma before a couple of weeks ago, and the first thing he said was he will be back next year and he will be playing. So, I mean, it's just a mindset.
Eric Berry
Okay.
caught cancer and then came back and played football, I think, for another 5 years.
Yep.
See, this is why I never played football, is I don't have the player's mentality of it.
That's
Skill
the reason.
issue.
Okay, there are others, but that's one of them.
Yeah. All right. Kind of moving forward. I want to talk a little bit about QB battles, especially you have one in the upstate with Clemson, and then the other notable one I could really think of was the Alabama QB battle between Austin Mack and Keelan Russell.
Yeah.
With the Clemson one,
Yeah,
I think it's all but one. I think Chris Virginia is going to
Chris
take it.
Denson.
No. I called my shot earlier last year and I was completely fucking wrong. Chris Denson might not even be playing quarterback for this squad anymore. He might be moving to some other position. It's gonna be Chris Virginia. He's separating himself, even if it's not by much, against the true freshman, and he seems to fit the scheme, and that's just what they're gonna go with, the veteran presence. Now, this is also gonna be something where it's not gonna be like a Cade Klubnik situation where, well, he's just got to play it out. It's going to be if Virginia's struggling, they'll replace him. That's it. There's no bottom line. That's what the Clemson mindset's going to be going forward. Clemson probably won't announce a actual starter until probably the night before the LSU game because they don't want LSU to prepare for him or either of them. So, yeah, that's my take on the Clemson QB battle from what I've seen so far.
Baby Josh Allen winning the battle.
Baby Josh Allen, Adam's favorite quarterback's son. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That means he's ass.
Probably.
Yep.
Other than that,
Well, he might be, but
a notable quarterback battle I want to talk about that I actually haven't really heard anything about was the Bama one. Because you have that former 5-star Keelan Russell and then Austin Mack. I mean, you got to go with Keelan, right? Unless he's like just that bad in practice.
I think it's a lot to do with previous relationships involved in that. Because, DeBoer had Austin Mack when he was at Washington.
That's true.
But,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't know.
I just don't see Bama trending up in the contender section. I just see them still sticking at a
just don't
9-3
either.
team. I just still see them sticking as a 9-3 team. They're good, but they're not bad, and they're just there.
They're gonna be tough. That's no doubt. But they ain't gonna be no damn. They ain't got Nick Saban anymore to save that team.
No, and they're probably might start experiencing the Clemson dip. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, other
Well, they made
quarterback
the wrong
battles.
hire in the first place.
Other quarterback battles, you have Tennessee, but I think McIntyre is going to win the battle up in Tennessee, and that's not really notable because I don't really care about Tennessee. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck Tennessee. They ain't gonna be shit. They're gonna be ass, like all fucking volunteers are just ass. They will. They might show. Look, you're gonna see them drop like 63 points on some mediocre opponent. The college football gods will then say you're not actually that good, and they'll lose by double digits to Georgia or some bullshit, or Florida or some stupid ass loss, because that's all fucking they do is lose. They've never. You could say they were great with Peyton Manning or whatever. They haven't been relevant in fucking 30 years.
All right. Well, let's.
It don't damn it matter what the fuck they do. They're still gonna be fucking ass.
They ain't doing shit. But let's talk about some teams that are gonna do some shit.
Yeah, like South Carolina. They're going undefeated, winning the fucking national championship. Go fucking Cox.
They're going 6-6.
yeah,
Adam,
it's going to be that new
They're going 6-6.
new red.
It's
Now
gonna be
they
the
no
new
longer have
red.
to Garnet holding them
Adam.
back.
It's gonna be the poop red.
Poop red. Yeah. Pooping
Right.
my shit red. Yeah. That's what it's gonna
Adam.
be.
Adam, if the Gamecocks go to the college championship, I will buy you a ticket to go see that game.
This is locked in now.
Adam,
Looks like you buying me a fucking ticket.
If the Gamecocks go to the national championship, I wholeheartedly say the entire friend group needs to go to the national championship.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
entire pod team needs to go
No doubt.
experience that.
I would, damn it, have a damn heart attack if that happened. Then we'd probably lose, and I'd be like, "Huh, that's South Carolina for you."
Yeah, but
We're
you'd have to
moving
go,
back
though.
the national championship to Adam's birthday.
Yeah, then we're losing.
Yeah, but what happens when South Carolina and the Panthers are playing on the same day?
What
And
happens
they're
when
both
South
For
losing.
Carolina and the
champion.
Panthers are playing for the national championship?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Adam, are
both
you like
losing.
the Gamecocks
Panthers
or the
playing for the
Panthers?
Super Bowl. You know it's going to be crazy if even one of his teams makes it to a championship game this year. He's going to go wild.
Yeah.
You would not. Well, we got to win it. I've been there before.
Well, has South Carolina been to a national championship before?
No.
No, but I don't give a shit if we go
Yeah,
there.
you want to win.
We want to win. We don't want because I know how it is. You go to this place and you don't get back for a long time. So you got to win when you get there. There is no
Yeah.
counting your chickens before you hatch.
Clemson was only 2 for 4 in their national championships. That's kind of sad.
I had to pay players
Batting
with a fucking
50%.
church.
New Spring Church.
New spring.
They're back.
New spring.
They've never been more back. Dabo went to the Pope and got all that money.
Yep,
He's not even
yep.
Catholic, but he
He's
made
not
sure to
even
do it.
Catholic. He went and got the Pope money. But yeah, I mean, your obvious contenders for next year: Oregon, Ohio State, Miami, Indiana. Did you see people think
Go
Indiana's
Ducks.
going to have like an insane drop off?
No, they clearly
I
they had
see
the
it,
best
but no.
transfer portal in college football.
My whole thing is like, if they're gonna drop off, they're like going 10-2, and that's the worst I can see
I
them
can see
going.
that.
That's the worst I can see them
That's
going. But like the
Don't
people
they
are
still have
saying,
good coaching over
people
there?
are like,
Like,
they're
they'll
gonna
be
go like
fine,
8-4, maybe 7 wins. I'm like, what the fuck? Did we see the same recruiting class? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's like, yeah, but they lost all their old players. I'm like, yeah, but they reloaded with new ones. I mean, it's just the same thing for them. They're gonna keep going back and back every year, like they did last year. I mean, they're building a team to last up there through their methods.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza. That's obviously going to be the biggest loss for them. You're going to lose that sort of
Yeah, they replaced him with Josh Hoover though,
leadership.
who technically is the was the most experienced quarterback in the transfer portal. Most
I wouldn't
games.
compare Fernando. I
No,
wouldn't
no, no.
compare
I'm just talking about
Mendoza.
like he's played the most games. And he has the most stats out of any quarterback. Like that's all I mean. That's experience. That's it. No, I wouldn't compare Mendoza to Hoover because Mendoza was a star as a freshman at Cal and he just didn't work out over there. And Hoover's just sat at TCU for 3 years.
Yeah, I can definitely see them not being undefeated like they were this year.
I give
But
them a 10-2.
to say that they're going, to say they're going to drop off and miss the college football playoffs
That's
is
crazy.
very, very, is not. that's trolling.
Then you got fucking
Ain't no way.
Miami and Mensa. He's probably obviously they skyrocketed their recruiting and they're gonna take back off next year. I don't see that. I can see them running the ACC down next year for once and finally getting their coveted ACC championship.
They ain't getting shit.
They're gonna make the playoffs at 9-3, miss the ACC championship, and then somehow like lose the national championship again. Watch this shit. Ohio State. I mean, just the fucking NFL factory they are. Of course, they're gonna be up there. Same thing with Georgia. Texas is interesting to me. I don't trust Texas as a contender yet. I think they're good, but I don't trust them as a contender.
All I know is it's not going to be Arch Manning's fault. I saw him actually take very, very good strides last year, especially to close out the season. I think he's going to have a really, really good
I
season.
just have to see them play this year because last year they just didn't look like anything to me. And if they look anything like they did last year, then it's just we'll see.
I think it has a lot to do with the wide receiving room.
They did take in.
He had a lot.
They do
of
have
drop
Cam
passes.
Coleman now. Cam Coleman is a game changer. So I mean,
Yeah, he's better than Ryan Williams. I'll say that. It's clear as fucking day.
So
yeah, Mr. Seven. I'm only 17. Ryan Williams till he faced the fucking Gamecocks, shut his ass down twice.
Ryan Williams fall off needs to be studied.
Yeah, well, he was a mediocre route runner, and
well, he had that one good game against Georgia. He had that one game.
And he fell off. It's like Braxton Miller with Ohio State. The spin move. That's it's not good enough. But yeah, I think I actually do think Texas is going to be pretty good. Um, do I think they're going to be undefeated good? No, I think they're
No.
going to drop a couple games.
I mean, they went 9 and
I
3
I don't
last year.
yeah, I don't
Um,
see him. I don't see him dropping 3 games, but I can see him definitely dropping 2.
10 and 2 and 11 and 1 is where it, like if Arch and Coleman have that chemistry, then yes, I can see them being a contender. But if like Arch comes out firing like he did last year, it's going to be a struggle until they get to the end of the year, just like last year. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. It's going to
You
be an
you
interesting year
you can't see regression from Arch. That's definitely true.
that he can't pull a
Um,
Cade Klubnik. No.
no, because you could clearly see he was starting to get it together there.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
is there a world where he comes out this season and he plays much better than he did
Oh
last year?
yeah, there's 100% a
yes,
world there because if he
100%. I'm
developed and takes a
expecting
Yeah.
it.
step and then
That's
he
kind of.
has a
I think
new
that's what a
receiver.
lot of people are expecting.
Yeah. But my thing is with Texas and teams like that is like I'd have to see it and then finally start believing them. Because my whole thing is like I actually hate
Yeah, because I
off-season
think.
hype. I think off-season hype is the stupidest shit you can ever do to any team, especially your own, because you don't know what they're gonna fucking look like. Because like,
Yeah. Well, people expected a lot more from Arch last season,
yeah,
at least hype wise. I
exactly.
mean, maybe not realistically, but
I mean, you saw how Clemson and Carolina performed, and they were preseason top 15. I mean, at Penn State, it's so stupid. It's like my whole thing is, and this goes into my preseason rankings rant, is they should abolish preseason rankings and they should not rank anyone until 4 or 5 weeks into the season. Because once you get to that point, that's when you truly know what a team is going to look like. So, but yeah, um, I am out of things to talk about. We have hit the 40-minute mark.
How many more? 5 more minutes?
No, I mean we can go as long as we want. We've hit the 42-minute mark. That's all I was saying. But
Well,
I've run out of things to talk
I
about.
uh, I think I think the SEC is going to make a comeback in terms of being the top dog again. Unless we take each other out like we've been doing in the fucking past. But I think Georgia. Good. I think they might be really good on defense, but offense, Gunnar Stockton. I'm gonna have to see. You're losing your top 5 receiver, Zachariah Branch. And Gunner, I ain't got no faith in that sucker. He's a small quarterback with mediocre arm and mediocre accuracy. He's not that great. So, I think Georgia will be good, but their offense is gonna hold them back, like most years. So we'll definitely see. Florida, they're not gonna be good. I'm thinking Florida is gonna be in hell for a good while. I mean they were in hell, but I think they're gonna be in purgatory for longer. Tennessee, they're gonna be shit. South Carolina is gonna win the SEC.
Yeah, I stopped recording like 2 minutes ago, pal.
Yeah, did you?
No,
But
it's still
no,
going.
I think realistically, I think South Carolina's ceiling is definitely 10-2, but I could also see us going 6-6. It all depends
I
on
see
that
y'all
O
going
line,
six and
man.
six, just like I see Clemson only hitting 8 and 4 at the most. I wouldn't be shocked if
It's
Clemson
ever
has
gonna
another down
depend
year.
all on that O line for sure. Like every single year for the South Carolina Gamecocks, been our fucking MO.
Clemson will go back
Shitty ass
to
O line.
Clemson will go back to pretty decent defense, but offense. So we'll see.
I don't know about the defense part.
Oh, I know about that defense part. I know about that defense part. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
mid.
there. It's gonna be there. But
It's gonna be mid.
yeah,
It's
pal,
gonna be there. It's gonna show up. It's gonna give up
you're
40
you,
points.
I don't want to hear it from perpetually mid his entire career over there.
You talking about Cade Klubnik?
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, our worst.
He had a
is,
good year.
Our worst is your best. I mean, I don't know
Our
what you want from
worst
us.
is your best. That's actually a lie.
Yeah.
It is very a lie. We
Yeah,
had
we went
3 straight
11-3 with
win
DJ.
season.
Yeah, we went 11-3 with DJ Uyunglele and won the ACC. That was.
Well, that was because you had Brent. He's not there no more, pal.
Yeah. When Dabo retires and Brent's our head coach,
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm
I can never.
If you people
escape
can tell,
the
I'm a
fucker.
student at USC for sports media. How shocking!
I, if that happened, I'd kill myself. 100%.
I actually think there's a good
cannot
chance.
deal with the meth crack addict, heroin addict that is Brent Venables coaching my arch rival.
Getting a hold.
Now it's easy to beat him. Once you figure it, pretty simple. You just have to have a good O line. Once you do that, you just hit the long ball on him. Get the ball out quick. Hit that long ball. You got him because his DBs every single year are fucking ass.
It's so
Now,
funny
he
because
can-
our DBs post Brent Venables, in my opinion, have been way better than our DBs pre Venables.
It has. I think that is clear as fucking day, because he was always sending his safeties on blitzes and leaving his corners on islands and man-to-man
It's crazy that
coverage, and then
Terrell went
expecting
from
them to
getting his
win.
back blown out in the championship game to being an All-Pro with the fucking Falcons. Oh, Jesus
Yeah, until
Christ.
he faces Bryce Young.
Bryce Mid.
Bryce the GOAT is what you're. You don't disrespect my Heisman winning future Super Bowl MVP and also
Bryce
MVP of the
Throat Goat
league.
Young.
Yep, that's his name.
All right, we're gonna end it there.
Yeah.
This episode's over.
Bryce
Thank
Young
y'all
gonna
for
be the
listening.
Hawks,
Super Bowl MVP to lose the Super Bowl.
Hawks
Clayton and Chris,
by
great
90.
2 minutes of contribution total. Thank y'all.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Sorry,
Hawks
I'm a little
by
distracted today.
90.
I'll be honest with you.
All
I was
right.
just kind of. It was college football. I don't know much about, so I was like, I'm just gonna let them go. I have like maybe
Hawks.
one thing to say about the new NCAA ruling.
All right. Peace
And
out.
that was
Say bye, everybody.
One last comment from the GOAT, Adam.
Fraud the
Cox
fraud.
by 90.
Fraud.
Cox by 90, 15-0, 19-0. I think that's
Yep.
what it is.
We're gonna end it because Adam's favorite player, Josh Allen, is calling him on Grinder.